Hey everyone, welcome back to Drive Protected. My name is Eric, and in today's episode, we're going to be installing paint protection film with our Defense Plus paint protection film on the driver's side door of this Lamborghini Gallardo. Now, you're wondering, driver's side, but I'm standing on the passenger side. I've already gone ahead and installed the PPF on the passenger side. The pattern worked really well. It is quite the complex door to install film on though, so let's get to it. I'm gonna walk you through the install and show you how I did it. All right, so we're gonna start over here, right by the mirror. We are gonna have a bit of a seam that we have to deal with here. So I got some tack solution sprayed underneath the film. I'm gonna get that down. Now I'm just gonna butt this seam together. There we go, that's good. Now, just gonna get that corner lined up right where it needs to be. Just like so. Piece of contamination there. Got that out. That's good. Now we'll squeegee everything else out back there. That's good. Now we got that done. That's one of the harder parts of the install, is just getting that down right around the mirror. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna come down over here to the very bottom, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the film back. I'm gonna line that up. Sprayed my tack solution behind the film, and that's perfect. Now, what I can start to do is I can get the PPF down right around the top of the mirror and start working everything out towards the front of the door here. So, just gonna spray a little bit of tack solution behind the film there. Just to get that down. There we go. Now, I can take and squeegee this all out over here. Just gonna work my way down to the bottom, just like so. That's good. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull the film up here. Just gonna spray a bunch more slip solution underneath the film. And I'm gonna lift the film up over here as well too. And that is good. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna come out over here, and I'm gonna get everything lined up in place right at the very top over here. So actually, before I do that, I'm gonna line everything up right around the door handle. There we go, that's good. Now, I'm gonna take and stretch everything up here into place, which is not gonna take a lot of stretch at all. Just very little bit. There we go, that's good. Now, what I can do, as you can see, we've created ourselves a bit of uneven tension on the film. We have a finger that's popped up right here. All I'm gonna do is just spray just a little bit of tack solution underneath the film there. And then I'm just gonna take and squeegee that finger down at an angle. And now I'm gonna work on this body line. I'm gonna work my way from the front to the back. And I'm just gonna get all that out from underneath the film. One of the things to think of when you're doing paint protection film is you never want to pull solution down over a hard body line like this. It's just not going to work properly. And you're going to run the risk of leaving all kinds of solution left behind on the body line. That's good. Now we can work over here. I actually have a piece of contamination here I need to pull out. So I'm just going to pull the film back. Got a hand on it. Now I should just be able to squeegee this down. It's just going to fall into place nicely just like that. Okay, that's good. Now, right over here, we're going to tack this one in place. That's good. Now you can see we have ourselves a bit of a finger right over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull the film back right here. And I'm just going to re-slip everything. And before I get carried away, I'm actually going to take care of this finger because this finger is going to be problematic if I don't take care of it. So all I did now is I just sprayed my tack solution under the film. Now I'm just pushing that material around, trying to create much smaller fingers and just trying to find a way to disperse all that excess material. There we go. Just wants to pop up. There we go, that's good. Now we can come back and we can start squeegeeing everything else down. So I'm gonna start right here on this body line. I'm just gonna go back and forth, making sure I'm overlapping my squeegee strokes and also making sure that my squeegee is angled downwards. That way I'm pulling all of that solution down. Now, there we go, that's good. Now we can continue working our way over. Our finger popped up again. So now what we're gonna have to do, right over here, you can see we have a relief cut right there. That's simply by design. With these patterns, the PPF is just too thick for the PPF to properly bond itself in such a sharp valley right there. So what I'm gonna do before I take care of this is I'm gonna take care of the finger. So I'm actually gonna spray a healthy amount of tack solution underneath it this time. And then I'm just gonna squeegee that down. I'm gonna hold that in place as well too. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and spray some tack solution under the film right here. You'll see a bunch of tack solution falling down underneath the panel, and that's fine. We can always pick that up later, but I'm gonna take my finger, I'm gonna run it along that valley, and I'm actually just gonna hold it in place, let the adhesive start to grab, and then I'm gonna come back with my squeegee. There we go, and I got that down, that's good. Now we can start working this area back here. Before I get too terribly carried away, I need to take and flush out all that tack solution that's fallen in behind the film. And there we go. That is good. Now, seeing as everything's laying right into place where it needs to over here, I'm gonna take and get this area down underneath the door handle. Okay, there we go, that's good. Now, I'm gonna take and get this finger down over here. So I'm holding my squeegee here and I'm actually spraying my tack solution underneath the film. There we go. Actually, we got a moisture bubble there. I was able to just push out. Now, what I'm gonna do is try and get the film to lay down into this valley right here, just like so. And to make sure that doesn't pop up, I'm actually gonna spray my tack solution in there. And just by holding my finger in place, I'm gonna come over here, take my squeegee, and I'm gonna squeegee this down because I don't want this to be popping up. And now I can just push all this solution outwards. That's good. Now all I have left to do is just deal with this area right here. All I'm doing is just flushing out the tack solution, or sorry, flushing out the slip solution underneath the film. And now I can start back at the front of the door. I can just squeegee all this down. Make sure this film's laying flat before I finish it off. And there we go. Okay, so just finished installing PPF on the driver's side door. It is a bit of a tedious door. You do have this big giant relief cut over here and you gotta work your way around the mirror. All that's left to do right now is just to flush out the edges with tack solution and then post heat and wrap all the edges. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more Lamborghini PPF content that we got coming up.